There are specific moments in life that we remember, moments so strong that they capture our attention. For example, early childhood memories might involve the first day at school, the first kiss, and later memories might be the very first job. These are just some of the expected milestones that we all strive to reach for as we grow up. The same can be said for Super Mario Bros. I remember the very first evening I played this legendary game back when I was a little wide-eyed Lucas, and I popped it into my newly purchased Nintendo Entertainment System. All of a sudden I was playing one of the best 8-bit games ever made, and little did I know it would be a benchmark for all future platformers to follow, and would result in a huge series of games and spin-offs featuring Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach and Bowser and company. It was my first trip to the infamous Mushroom Kingdom, and due to the quality of the game it wouldn't be my last. You see, this is where it all started for Mario pretty much. The premise is simple: journey through 8 worlds, defeating hordes of Koopa enemies, jumping, platforming and stomping to ensure you not only finish the levels before time runs out, but that you also storm the various castles that lie at the end of each one by defeating Bowser in the hopes of rescuing Princess Peach. Pretty straightforward, right? Well, that alone would be enough to make this game a classic, but Nintendo added more ingredients to keep bringing players back, such as a second quest once you finish the first, hidden bonus rooms, warp zones which can take you to different worlds, secret beanstalks that lead you to a plethora of shiny coins in the sky, a 2-player option, levels that each play differently, and varying degrees of tough obstacles that only increase the further Mario gets to King Bowser. This game is bigger than my tiny mind could comprehend at the time, and as I played this recently as an adult, I realised that there were many rooms I had yet to discover, and things that make this game just undeniably still playable after 30 years. The graphics may look a little dated and a little basic nowadays, but the game still has that addictive hook as you control Mario with relative ease. That's one other thing, anyone can pick this up and play it instantly, as there are no complicated menus to worry about. Mario will be running, leaping, breaking blocks to uncover secret power-ups to aid him in his quest, and that's all you really need to worry about. Some of these power-ups include mushrooms that turn Mario large, giving him an extra hit point, finding a glowing star will give him temporarily invincibility, and if he manages to pick up a fire flower, he can blast most enemies off the screen, clearing a path to help achieve his goal. If he should take damage or fall off a cliff, then he loses his abilities, but fear not, there are plenty of opportunities to grab these throughout the game, and as your skill improves at the many levels thrown at you, you will learn sound strategy as to when to use each one. Another reason that this game just works is that again no 2 levels feel alike, and the added puzzle element required in all of the huge castles test your grey matter, as the route to Bowser often requires a little thought to get to him. This game throws quite a lot at you, particularly after your first set of worlds. Just when you think you've got a handle on this game, it throws more challenges your way, from Lakitu who throws spiky enemies from above, to buzzy beetles who cannot be killed by fire, bullet bills that fire intermittently from strategically placed cannons, and of course the infamous Hammer Brothers who caused me much grief when I was little, and are still a pain to get by to this day. Still, all of this can be overcome, and the game rewards you so often with hidden surprises that it softens the blow quite significantly. This is also the game that's perfect to play for younger players, as the 2-player option teaches the importance of taking turns and friendly competition, as both players can either race to the princess or help each other get through the game together using teamwork. Playing it again all these years later made me realise just how brilliant and timeless this game really is. It's still just as playable now just as it was back in the day. And as I mentioned, this was a pretty momentous game as it created a template that again many platform games replicated, and the majority became successful because of that. Super Mario Bros. Is not only a moment that shaped me into the person I am today, but it remains a beloved game that, although simple on the surface and in execution, has a lot going on under the bonnet. Now, some may argue that this title has now been eclipsed by the many sequels that followed on the NES and of course on later consoles, but without Super Mario Bros. It could be argued that there would be no Crash Bandicoot, no Donkey Kong Country, no Spyro, no Banjo-Kazooie, and no Ratchet & Clank, etc, etc. It's hard for me to critique this game and try and think about things that I hate about it, but that would be like criticising a masterpiece. A lot of the things I didn't like, particularly as a kid, was some of the tough enemy placements, which I did feel was a little overkill on later levels, but that only made me want to try and beat this game that little bit more. You see, at the time I don't think there was anything you could compare this game to, and it's all too easy to poke holes in this game now and say things like, well, there's no music on the title screen, it needs to be more vibrant, it's all too basic. Well, to those critics, I say basic works, and so does Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Is a game I highly recommend for anyone who not only wants to see where it all began, but it's also a lesson on how to create not just an incredible video game, but also important memories that last a lifetime. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, why not show me some love and smash that like button and subscribe for some more retro game reviews. Until next time, take care.